5 years ago, the channel Travel Beans was born.
After returning home from our first backpacking trip where we met each other, we had been saving for another big adventure, and this time we decided to film it.
Just before we set off, we got a last-minute offer from our photographer friend, Micah, to help us models for a trip with Spaceship Campervans.
We filmed the whole thing and even got engaged on the trip.
Since then, we have gone on to create a full-time travel lifestyle by working online and have had more than 70,000 of you follow our journey.
From hanging out with a Hollywood film crew in the Himalayas, ticking off a number of bucket list experiences, trying some of the planet's best and worst foods,
and most importantly, battling and beating depression.
It has been 1 month since I've taken antidepressants and I am feeling f***ing fantastic, you guys.
We have so much appreciation for all of these experiences, both the highs and the lows. To celebrate 5 years of the channel and the longest engagement ever, we reached out to Spaceships to revisit the place we got engaged and to make new memories along the way.
In this series, there will be everything you've come to expect from the Travel Beans. Stunning nature spots.
Oh my god, there's like 5 of them!
Brutal honesty.
I don't want to say it because I know that I'm going to get some hate for this.
And a sprinkling of nonsense.
Dankeschön, wunderbar Wein.
So make sure you're subscribed because we've cut our lockdown hair, grabbed our masks and said goodbye to all of the plants that we've accumulated during quarantine, and we're now ready to hit the road.
We have been wanting to travel for such a long time, but we wanted to make sure that we did it in a way that we felt completely comfortable and completely safe.
That is why we got the campervan, because we can take the Eurotunnel without leaving the car and get to mainland Europe. We've also bought a portable shower.
Yep, and a portable toilet. So we are completely self-contained inside our little bubble of a campervan.
So as long as we don't eat for the next 2 weeks, we have no reason to come in contact with anyone.
But don't worry, we've got gloves, we've got a mask, and we've got plenty of hand sanitizer. Obscene amounts, actually.
We're also going to be avoiding the main cities around Europe. We are going to be looking for mostly nature.
Yes, safety and nature.
For this trip, we have been trying to decide between a campervan and a motorhome.
And we have gone with the campervan mainly because it's pretty similar to the dimensions that we're looking at for our own campervan to buy once this trip's over, and we really just want to get a feel for it.
I am sure there are other people that are looking for an escape and you're trying to make the decision between campervan and motorhome. Luckily today we are going to have access to both so we can show you what to expect.
We're going to start off our comparison with the motorhome. So this is the Spaceships family motorhome, and you could definitely swing a cat in here. There's a lot of space going on. It actually sleeps up to 7 people. 7 human beings can sleep in this bad boy.
Or if you want to be a crazy cat lady, 1 for you and then 6 beds for your cats.
All the cats. So for the beds, we have a massive double bed up the top here.
There's people looking at your bottom on the internet right now.
That's just you, mate. So this is quite nice actually. So yeah, this is a pretty spacious double bed up here. You've got windows on all sides, but they do have blinds that pull down, so you won't be woken up with the sunrise. There's also another double bed down here with a single alongside it. They're set up at the moment for using as a dining table or workspace, but in the evening you can transform it into a bed.
There's enough space to gracefully get down.
Graceful is my middle name. And then around the back, we have a couple of bunk beds, perfect for kiddos. Also a super spacious kitchen, and this is the thing that really excites me. There's a 3-ringed hob, and there's a bloody oven in here. I don't think I've ever stayed in a motorhome or a campervan that has an oven, so I'm very impressed by that. Also, usually you get these little fridges with a lot of these RVs and campervans and stuff like that. This is, okay, not quite a full-size fridge, but it's getting there, it's massive. Also, I'm really impressed by the storage space in here. I guess because it's designed for 7 people, you need to have enough storage for 7 people, but there are so many cupboards in here. They're just everywhere you turn. There's drawers, there's cupboards. Yeah, plenty of space for all your stuff. Okay, so this area here is actually the shower slash bathroom area, which, yeah, it doesn't look like much right now. But wait a second.
Wait till you get sliding.
What happens? Oh, hello. So here's the toilet which actually is like a proper legit toilet at like a normal height. And then over here we have the sink, more storage space, and then there we go. The sink tap actually turns into the shower as well, so you can have a shower in here, and when this is all closed, it'll stop anything else getting wet. Also, for any safety conscious people out there, there is access to the front cabin directly. You don't have to get out of the motorhome to be able to get to the front, which I really like, and that's definitely something that we want to take forward for our future camper van, is to have access to the front fairly easily. You literally just lift it up, move it out the way, and you can go in. Something else I really like about this motorhome is it has central heating, which means that you can enjoy rain or shine any season of the year and travel around the UK and Europe to your heart's content.
A lot of you will know that I am not the biggest fan of driving big vehicles, so when I came into here I was going to be a little bit close-minded because it's going to be too big for me, but once you're inside you cannot argue with the space.
No, it's almost like you're willing to compromise on the driving a huge massive vehicle in exchange for having all this living space. Like, look at this workspace. This would be epic. Oh, it's hard because we definitely want, with our future camper van, to prioritize stealth and, like, you know, stay nice and small and be able to get away nice and easily without it being a huge hassle. And that's a big part of why we want the smaller one. But this is so nice and spacious. We're going to be converting a bus next.
It really does feel like a self-contained apartment here. Like a studio apartment. Like you have everything.
I probably lived in smaller apartments, to be honest.
This is probably bigger than our apartment in Bangkok, actually.
Probably, I wonder what the square footage is. Another thing I really like about this one is the shower area. I really love the use of space. How during the day you haven't got that like block, rigid kind of room, I guess. You have like that kind of wavy curtain,
like an extendable bathroom.
Yeah, like you have more space to actually move around because you haven't got that solid door in the way. It's actually brilliant. It's such a good idea, and maybe that's something we will take forward to our own van.
And also that slidey door doesn't make you feel so claustrophobic inside because it doesn't have that rigid edges.
Also, something I've noticed is there's a lot of natural light in here. Of course, they have a lot of amazing little light fixtures and fittings around, but they have so many sort of ceiling windows and side windows that let a lot of natural light in, which I think actually, if you're staying in something for a long time, if you weren't having access to that natural light, it would feel a bit cooped up.
But I think for me, the number one thing I want from my camper van is the stealth aspect. I want to be able to save money and to sleep basically anywhere if I want to, or if I want to pay for a campsite. If you're staying in one of these, it is a little bit harder to be discreet. I'm sure it's not impossible.
But that as well, like, not everyone wants to be discreet. So if you're going to be staying at campsites and going to holiday parks is not a problem at all. But for us, we want to be sneaky beans sometimes. So we want to have something that's not going to scream camper van to people.
Which leads us on to the next van that we want to show you.
And this is the one we have gone for. This is the Spaceships Voyager Campervan. And obviously there's quite a big difference in size here, so that's going to have a knock-on effect on the living space inside. But really we've chosen this one for a couple of reasons. The first one is it's the most similar to what we're going to be buying in the future after this trip. So we want to kind of get a feel for it. And secondly, we love the size because it's going to be so much more inconspicuous. If we ever want a wild camp or anything like that, we don't have to worry about finding an enormous space to fit a motorhome because this baby is not that big. Okay, so inside it's pretty small but also very comfortable. So when you first get the van, from the depot, it's not set up with the bed. You have to do that yourself. It takes all of about 2 minutes to do. You simply put the seats down, slide out these wooden slats and put the cushions on top. It really is super simple. So this is a double-sized bed on top. We do actually have 2 more cushions on the side because where I am here, you can actually fit another double bed. So if there's 4 of you sharing, there's plenty of space. We did that, didn't we?
Last 5 years ago, and it was fine.
Yeah.
4 adults.
When we were in Europe with our friends, there were 6 of us in total. We had the smaller camper van for 2 people, and then this one for 4 people, so it was really nice, really comfortable. Obviously there's like little features, like, you know, you have like the aircon controls that are actually in this part of the cabin rather than just in the front, which is really nice. Also a bunch of different lights and vents around, and of course curtains for a bit of privacy, although the windows are already tinted so people can't really see in anyway. But obviously there's not so much to show you in here. Let's go around the back so I can show you the cooking facilities. Look. There we go. There's already a few supplies in there that we've nabbed from the kitchen. So here we have a fridge. So smaller than the one in the motorhome, but like completely good enough size for a camper van, especially with 2 of us.
This is my favourite thing.
Pull it. So there's a surface here where you can see other people have been putting the cooker. So they come with 2 propane gas cookers. Comes with a bunch of supplies already. There's some extras that we've shoved in there as well, but it comes with sort of a kettle, pots, pans, plates, all that kind of jazz that you need. There's also plug sockets and things like that if you want to plug anything extra in. We've got a big water tank in the back that we can use for washing up. And that's it really. The tour of this one is a lot quicker than the motorhome tour. There's not as much to show you.
So in summary, for this camper van, we love the size and the discreetness, and those 2 things pretty much outweigh everything else for us.
Definitely. But saying that, if we were traveling with family or friends, we would definitely choose the motorhome, because really that can't be beaten. The space is amazing.
And before I say this, I just want to put out there that this is not an advert for spaceships. No. We just really like spaceships and we love camper vans. If you are interested in getting a Spaceships Campervan, then check out their website. You will actually see a very familiar face from a previous trip that we did with them.
The website is actually super easy to use. You can get a quote in a matter of minutes, really. It takes no time at all. And also, if you are arriving late or out of hours, they can arrange contactless or out of hours pickup. So that is super helpful also.
So that's it for the comparison. We are about to set off on the road. We're very, very excited to go and travel again.
Finally!
If you're new to the channel and you want to watch more, press subscribe, press like, and then the little bell thing, because that's going to tell you when we're going to upload more videos.
And don't forget to leave a comment. Which would you prefer? Would you prefer the motorhome or the campervan or something else entirely? Let us know in the comments down below. As Alex says, please subscribe, because we are heading off on a European journey right now and we would love for you guys to come and join us. I think this is the time for new people out there where Alex does something unique at the end of the video.
Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time, and beads out!
Oh my god, there's like 5 of them!
Relaxing?
No! Let's get out of here, please!